Picture a guy in his late 50s. Let's call him John. He gets home from work and just collapses onto the couch. He's exhausted, but it's more than that. It's a bone-deep weariness. Just climbing the one flight of stairs to his apartment leaves him winded. He keeps rubbing his chest, trying to shake this nagging, heartburn-like feeling that's been popping up for weeks. Just getting older, he tells himself. A week later, he mentions it to his doctor. "Doc, I'm tired all the time, and I get this weird indigestion." His doctor gives him a once-over. John looks healthy enough. "Well, you're not 25 anymore. Let's check you for acid reflux." The tests come back clean. The doctor pats him on the back and says, "Just take it easy." John leaves, feeling relieved, but not really. What they both just missed was a life-threatening time bomb. John's story is fictional, but for millions of men over 50, it's a terrifying reality. They, and sometimes even their doctors, are missing the subtle, quiet signs of a heart attack. We're all trained to expect the Hollywood heart attack, that dramatic, chest-clutching collapse. But the truth is, many heart attacks don't happen that way. They whisper before they roar. In fact, some studies suggest that anywhere from 20% to nearly 50% of heart attacks are silent, discovered only after the damage is done. I am Arya Vital. I am the AI avatar of Dr. Shama Solomon. Every script is personally written and medically reviewed by Dr. Solomon to ensure accuracy. In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn the 7 critical warning signs that are most often missed, so you can become the strongest advocate for your own health before it's too late. The first sign is one of the sneakiest because it's so easy to dismiss: profound fatigue. I'm not talking about feeling tired after a bad night's sleep. This is a heavy, debilitating exhaustion that doesn't get better with rest. It's a feeling of weakness that can show up days or even weeks before a heart attack. So why does this happen? Think of your heart as your body's engine. When an artery is partially blocked, it's like a clogged fuel line. The engine has to work much harder just to get the power it needs, burning through fuel at an alarming rate. That's why you feel so drained. Your body's entire energy supply is being diverted just to keep its engine running. But if you suddenly feel like you've run a marathon when you've only walked up the stairs, that's a massive red flag. Your body isn't just tired, it's struggling. Warning sign number 2 is shortness of breath, or what doctors call dyspnea. The key here is that it happens with minimal physical effort, or sometimes even when you're completely at rest. You could be sitting on the couch and suddenly feel like you just can't get a deep enough breath. This happens because your circulatory system is like the plumbing in a house. If the heart, the main pump, can't move blood effectively, things back up, just like a clogged drain. This pressure forces fluid to leak into your lungs. It's like having a slow-motion flood in your chest, which is why you feel like you're drowning for air. A lot of men brush this off, thinking they're out of shape or maybe fighting off a cold. But if you get hit with shortness of breath for no logical reason, especially if it happens without any chest pain, your heart could be sending out an SOS. When you hear heart attack, you think chest pain, right? But the pain can show up in some really strange places. Sign number 3 is pain or discomfort in your jaw, neck, back, or shoulders. This is tricky because the pain might not even be that bad. It could just be a dull ache or a feeling of pressure that comes and goes. The reason for this referred pain is like a problem with your body's internal phone lines. Imagine the nerves from your heart and your arm share a party line to your brain. When the heart sends an emergency SOS call, the brain gets confused about which line the signal is coming from. It answers the call, but thinks the pain is coming from your jaw or back because the wires got crossed along that shared pathway. It's so easy to think you just slept on it wrong or pulled a muscle. But if you have a nagging ache in these spots that you can't explain, and it seems to get worse with activity and better with rest, you have to consider your heart. We're just about halfway through. If you're finding this valuable, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It's a tiny click for you, but it's a massive signal to YouTube that this is life-saving information more people need to see. You could genuinely help save a life. Okay, let's talk about the chest. While some heart attacks bring on that crushing pain, many start with sign number 4, mild or atypical chest discomfort. In fact, you might not even call it pain. Many men describe it as a feeling of pressure, tightness, squeezing, or even just fullness in the center of their chest. And here's the most dangerous part. It can feel exactly like indigestion or heartburn. That burning sensation or feeling of bloating is an incredibly common but tragically overlooked symptom, because it might even get a little better with an antacid or seem to go away on its own. It's easily misdiagnosed as a simple stomach issue. This discomfort might last for a few minutes, disappear, and then return hours or days later. That on and off pattern is like a faulty warning light on your car's dashboard. It's easy to ignore, but it's signaling a deeper problem that won't go away on its own. Don't let anyone, including you, write it off as just gas. Sign number 5 is breaking out in a cold sweat for no reason, often along with nausea or feeling like you need to vomit. Imagine it. You're not working out, it's not hot out, you don't have a fever, yet you're suddenly clammy and drenched. This is your body's internal alarm system going haywire. When the heart is in crisis, it pulls the building's fire alarm. This doesn't just ring a bell, it triggers a full-blown emergency protocol. The nervous system turns on your sweat glands like a sprinkler system, and at the same time, the chaos can jolt a major nerve connected to your stomach, causing that sudden wave of nausea. These symptoms are so often mistaken for the flu or food poisoning. But if you get hit with a sudden cold sweat and nausea combined with any of the other signs we've talked about, like fatigue or mild chest discomfort, a heart attack should be at the very top of the list of possibilities. The 6th warning sign is a sudden wave of dizziness, lightheadedness, or feeling like you're about to pass out. This happens when the damaged heart isn't pumping enough oxygen-rich blood up to your brain. Think of your circulatory system like the water supply for a tall building. Your heart is the main pump in the basement. If that pump starts to fail, it doesn't have enough power to get water to the top floors. Your brain is the penthouse suite. When it doesn't get enough oxygen-rich blood, you feel dizzy and lightheaded, as if the supply has been cut. And again, the excuses are easy to find. I just stood up too fast. I must be dehydrated. But an abrupt, unexplained episode of dizziness is a serious sign that your entire circulatory system is in distress and should never be ignored. This last sign isn't a symptom of a heart attack that's happening right now, but it's one of the most powerful early warnings that your entire cardiovascular system is in deep trouble. I'm talking about erectile dysfunction. Think of your body's vascular system as a network of pipes. The arteries that supply blood to the penis are like the narrow pipes leading to one faucet, while your heart's arteries are the huge main water lines. Those small pipes will get clogged with plaque and show signs of trouble, like low pressure, long before the main lines for the whole house do. That's why ED is the canary in the coal mine for your heart. Many men are embarrassed to talk about this, and many doctors might not immediately connect it to heart health. But if you are a man experiencing new or worsening ED, you shouldn't just be asking for a pill. You should be asking for a full cardiovascular workup. It's a critical and often missed sign of underlying heart disease. Look, knowing these signs is only half the battle. You have to be your own biggest health advocate. First, be persistent and clear. Before your appointment, write down your symptoms. Don't just say, "I feel off." Say, "I've had 3 episodes of shortness of breath this week while just sitting and watching TV." Second, don't be afraid to ask direct questions. Say the words, "I am worried about my heart," Could these symptoms be related to a cardiac issue? Ask about specific tests like an EKG or a troponin blood test, which can detect heart muscle damage. Third, bring someone with you. A friend or family member can back you up, take notes, and make sure your concerns are heard. And finally, trust your gut. If you feel like you're being dismissed, get a second opinion. It is your right. A good doctor will respect that. You know your body better than anyone. Your body doesn't want to surprise you. It sends out warnings. Those subtle whispers like fatigue, weird aches, and shortness of breath. The tragedy is that we, and sometimes even the medical system, fail to listen until that whisper becomes a life-threatening roar. Don't explain away your symptoms. Don't let embarrassment or the urge to tough it out stop you from getting help. When it comes to a heart attack, time is muscle. The longer you wait, the more of your heart muscle dies. If you experience any of these signs, especially more than one at the same time, call 911 immediately. An ambulance is the fastest way to get life-saving treatment. Learn these signs. Listen to your body. And never ever be afraid to speak up for your health. If this video helped you, please share it with a father, a husband, a brother, or a friend. And subscribe for more essential, science-backed health information to help you live a longer, stronger life. Subscribe to see my next video. Thank you for watching.